everyone. Welcome to English with Leo and Maya.
Hi, friends. We are very happy you are here.
I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. Today, we are going to practice something very useful.
We are going to learn how to talk about your day in English.
Your morning, your afternoon, and your evening.
We will learn simple words and sentences that you can use every day.
Yes, you can listen while you walk, cook, clean, travel, or relax.
And please speak with us. When we say, repeat after me, say the sentence out loud.
Even if you are alone.
Especially if you are alone.
Nobody can hear your mistakes.
Maybe your cat can.
My cat always judges my pronunciation.
Poor Leo.
Before we begin, please subscribe to English with Leo and Maya.
And if you enjoy learning with us, like this video. It helps our channel grow.
Great! Are you ready?
Let's talk about your day. Leo, what is the first thing you do every morning?
I open my eyes.
Very good.
That's an important part of my morning.
Yes. First, you open your eyes. Then what?
I wake up.
Great. Our first phrase is wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up means to stop sleeping.
For example, I wake up at 7 o'clock.
Everyone, repeat after Leo.
I wake up at 7 o'clock.
Again.
I wake up at 7 o'clock.
Excellent.
Maya, what time do you wake up?
I usually wake up at 6:30.
6:30. That is early.
Yes, I like quiet mornings.
I like quiet mornings too. I just prefer to sleep through them.
So after you wake up, you can say, I get out of bed.
Get out of bed.
This means you leave your bed.
Sometimes I wake up at 7, but I get out of bed at 7:30.
Ah, so waking up and getting out of bed are not always the same thing.
Exactly.
Repeat, I get out of bed.
I get out of bed.
Your turn.
Great.
Now, what do you do next?
I go to the bathroom.
Good. Go to the bathroom.
Then I brush my teeth.
Brush my teeth. This is a very useful daily phrase.
You use a toothbrush to brush your teeth.
Repeat, I brush my teeth.
I brush my teeth.
Again, slowly.
I brush my teeth.
Good job.
I also wash my face.
Wash my face.
Wash means to clean something with water.
We wash our face, we wash our hands, we wash our clothes.
And hopefully we wash our dishes.
Hopefully?
Sometimes the dishes and I need some time apart.
No, Leo, wash your dishes.
Okay.
Let's practice. I wash my face.
I wash my face.
I wash my hands.
I wash my hands.
Very good.
Next, I take a shower.
Take a shower.
This means you wash your body in the shower.
Repeat after us. I take a shower.
I take a shower.
And then?
I get dressed.
Great phrase. Get dressed means to put on your clothes.
Get dressed.
For example, I take a shower and get dressed.
Everybody repeat. I take a shower and get dressed.
Very nice. So far, we have wake up, get out of bed, brush my teeth, wash my face, take a shower, get dressed.
Those are 6 very useful morning phrases. Okay, Maya, now I am clean. I am dressed, but there is a problem.
What is the problem?
I'm hungry.
Of course you are.
I need breakfast.
Our next phrase is have breakfast.
Have breakfast.
We often say have breakfast, not eat breakfast, although both can be understood.
For example, I have breakfast at 8 o'clock.
What do you usually have for breakfast, Leo?
I usually have eggs, toast, and coffee.
That sounds good.
What about you?
I usually have yogurt and fruit. Sometimes I have toast.
And coffee?
Tea.
Tea?
Yes.
I don't understand.
Tea is a drink, Leo.
I know, but morning without coffee is scary.
Let's learn a useful question. What do you have for breakfast?
Say it slowly.
What do you have for breakfast?
Now answer, I have eggs and toast for breakfast.
Or, I have cereal for breakfast.
Or, I don't have breakfast.
Good. Everyone has a different routine.
Here are some useful breakfast words: eggs, bread, toast, cereal, fruit, coffee, tea, milk, juice.
Let's repeat them.
Eggs,
Eggs,
bread,
bread,
toast,
toast,
cereal,
cereal,
fruit,
fruit,
coffee,
coffee,
tea,
tea,
milk,
milk,
juice.
juice.
Very good.
After breakfast, I leave home.
Leave home means to go away from your home.
I leave home at 8 a.m.
Then maybe you go to work,
or go to school.
or go to university.
Or perhaps you work from home.
That is important. Many people work from home now.
Let's practice these sentences.
I go to work.
I go to work.
I go to school.
I go to school.
I work from home.
I work from home.
Now, how do you travel to work or school?
You can say, I go by bus.
I go by train.
I go by car.
I walk to work.
I ride my bike to school.
Here is a useful question. How do you go to work?
Again, how do you go to work?
My answer is, I go to work by bus.
My answer is, I drive to work.
Drive means to control and use a car.
What if you walk?
You can say, I walk to work.
Perfect.
Listener, how do you go to work or school?
Try to answer now.
Very good.
When we talk about our day, time is very important.
We often use the word at.
I wake up at 7 o'clock.
I have breakfast at 7:30.
I go to work at 8 o'clock.
I have lunch at 12:30.
I finish work at 5.
I go to bed at 11.
Notice the pattern. At plus a time.
At 7.
At 8:30.
At noon.
At 5 o'clock.
Here is an important question. What time do you wake up?
Repeat.
What time do you wake up?
Answer. I wake up at 6:30.
What time do you have lunch?
I have lunch at 1 o'clock.
What time do you go to bed?
I go to bed at 10:30.
Really?
Usually,
I say, I will go to bed at 10, then suddenly it is midnight.
what are you doing for 2 hours?
Watching videos.
About English?
Sometimes. Okay, videos about dogs.
Now it is morning and we are at work or school.
What can we say about this part of our day?
At work, you might say, I start work at 9.
Start work.
Start means begin.
Start means begin. So I start work at 9 means my work begins at 9.
Very good.
You can also say, I check my email.
I check my email every morning.
You can answer emails.
You can talk to customers.
You can have a meeting.
A meeting is when people come together to talk about work or a project.
Some people love meetings.
Do you?
I love short meetings.
Fair enough.
If you are a student, you can say, I go to class.
I study English.
I read a book.
I do my homework.
Let's repeat the work and school phrases.
Start work.
Start work.
Check my email.
Check my email.
Have a meeting.
Have a meeting.
Go to class.
Go to class.
Study English.
Study English.
Do my homework.
Do my homework.
Excellent.
Maya,
Yes.
we have been working Very hard.
We have
You know what that means?
more vocabulary?
Lunch!
Okay, let's talk about lunch.
The main phrase is have lunch.
Have lunch.
I have lunch at 12.
I usually have lunch at 1.
You can also ask, what do you have for lunch?
I usually have rice, vegetables, and chicken.
I like sandwiches for lunch.
Another useful phrase is lunch break.
A break is a short time when you stop working or studying.
So a lunch break is a time to stop working and have lunch.
I take a lunch break at 12:30.
Repeat, I take a lunch break.
I take a lunch break.
We can also say, I eat lunch with my coworkers.
A coworker is a person who works with you.
Coworker.
Coworker.
If you are a student, you can say, I eat lunch with my friends.
Nice and simple.
After lunch, we have the afternoon.
Afternoon is usually the time from around 12 until the evening.
In the afternoon, I go back to work.
Go back means return.
I go back to work after lunch.
A student might say, I go back to class.
Then, at the end of the workday, we can use another important phrase, finish work.
Finish work.
Finish means something ends.
I finish work at 5.
I finish school at 3.
Let's compare.
I start work at 9.
I finish work at 5.
Start means begin.
Finish means end.
Start,
Finish.
begin,
End.
great.
What do you do after work, Maya?
Sometimes I go to the supermarket.
Great daily life vocabulary.
I go shopping.
Go shopping.
Or I buy groceries.
Groceries are food and other things you buy regularly for your home.
For example, bread, milk, eggs, rice, fruit, and vegetables.
I need groceries today.
What do you need?
12 eggs.
You can also say a dozen eggs.
Ah, yes, a dozen means 12.
Exactly. A dozen is 12.
So I need a dozen eggs.
Why do you need 12 eggs?
Breakfast is important, Maya. After shopping, I go home.
Go home. Notice something important. We usually say go home, not go to home.
I go home.
Repeat.
I go home.
Excellent. Now we are home. What do you do in the evening?
First, I relax.
Relax means to rest and feel calm.
After a long day, I like to relax.
How do you relax?
I sit on the sofa and listen to music.
Nice.
Sometimes I watch TV
Watch TV.
or watch a movie.
I like to read.
Read a book.
Sometimes I listen to music
We could also play video games
or talk to friends.
or spend time with family.
That phrase is very useful. Spend time with my family.
It means you are together with your family and do things together.
For example, in the evening, I spend time with my family.
Repeat after Maya.
I spend time with my family.
Excellent.
What about exercise?
Good question. You can say, I exercise after work.
Or I go to the gym.
I go for a walk.
I run in the park.
I ride my bike. Let's practice. After work, I go for a walk.
After work, I go for a walk.
Again, after work, I go for a walk. And now my favorite topic has returned.
Food.
Food.
Okay, in the evening, we have dinner.
Have dinner.
I have dinner at 7.
I have dinner at 7:30.
We can cook dinner
Cook dinner.
or make dinner.
Make dinner.
What do you like to cook?
Pasta. It's easy and I love it.
What do you put in your pasta?
Tomatoes, cheese, and vegetables.
Sounds good.
After dinner, there is one activity I do not love.
Wash the dishes.
Exactly.
Wash the dishes means clean the plates, cups, forks, knives, and other things after eating.
Repeat, I wash the dishes after dinner.
I wash the dishes after dinner.
Your turn.
Very good.
Or maybe you have a dishwasher.
Lucky you. Our day is almost over.
Now it is nighttime.
Before bed, what do you do?
I brush my teeth again.
Good.
See? Repetition.
Repetition is good for your teeth and your English.
That should be our new slogan.
Maybe.
Then I change my clothes.
You might say, I put on my pajamas.
Pajamas are clothes you wear when you sleep.
Put on my pajamas.
Then maybe you set an alarm.
Set an alarm.
You set an alarm so you can wake up at the correct time.
Finally, go to bed.
Go to bed.
This means you get into bed because you are ready to sleep.
I go to bed at 11.
And then, I fall asleep.
Fall asleep means to begin sleeping.
So be careful. Go to bed and fall asleep are different.
I go to bed at 11, but sometimes I fall asleep at 11:30.
Or after watching dog videos?
We agreed not to discuss that.
Now we can make our daily English more natural.
We need some useful words. Always, usually, sometimes, never.
Let's explain them simply.
Always means every time or almost every time.
For example, I always brush my teeth in the morning.
Good habit.
Thank you.
Usually means most of the time.
I usually have coffee in the morning.
Sometimes means on some days, but not every day.
I sometimes walk to work.
And never means not at any time.
I never drink coffee at night.
Let's repeat.
Always.
Always.
Usually.
Usually.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Never.
Never.
Now a full sentence.
I usually wake up at 7.
I sometimes eat breakfast at work.
I always brush my teeth before bed.
I never drink coffee at night.
Very good.
Now we know how to talk about our routine, but conversations have questions too.
Right. Let's learn some very common questions.
Question 1. What time do you wake up?
Answer. I wake up at 7.
Question 2. What do you have for breakfast?
I have eggs and toast.
Question 3. What do you do in the morning?
I go to work.
Question 4. What time do you have lunch?
I have lunch at 1.
Question 5. What do you do after work?
I go home and relax.
Question 6. What do you do in the evening?
I cook dinner and watch TV.
Question 7. What time do you go to bed?
I go to bed at 11.
Very useful.
Listener, now we will ask you. Answer out loud.
What time do you wake up?
What do you have for breakfast?
What do you do in the morning?
What time do you have lunch?
What do you do after work or school?
What do you do in the evening?
What time do you go to bed?
Fantastic.
There is another way to talk about your day.
We can talk about what we are doing today.
For example, today I am busy.
Or today I am tired.
Today I have a lot of work.
Today I have English class.
Today I am staying home.
Today I am meeting a friend.
Let's learn some words to describe your day.
Busy.
Busy means you have many things to do.
I am busy today.
Tired.
Tired means you need rest.
I am tired today.
Relaxed.
Relaxed means calm and comfortable.
I feel relaxed today.
Happy.
I feel happy today.
Stressed.
Stressed means worried or under pressure.
I feel stressed today.
And hungry.
Leo, hungry is not your whole personality.
Are you sure?
Time for a mini role play.
I love role plays.
In this conversation, Leo and I are coworkers. We meet in the morning.
Listen first, then we will practice some of the sentences.
Good morning, Leo.
Morning, Maya. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. A little tired.
Oh, really? What time did you wake up?
I woke up at 6 this morning.
6? That's early.
Yes, I took a shower, got dressed, and had breakfast.
What did you have for breakfast?
Toast, fruit, and tea.
Nice. I had eggs and coffee.
Of course you had coffee.
Coffee and I are good friends.
How did you come to work today?
I came by bus. How about you?
I drove.
Are you busy today?
A little. I have a meeting at 10.
Good luck.
Thanks. What about you?
I need to answer some emails, and then I have lunch with a coworker.
Sounds good. Have a nice day.
You too.
That was a simple morning conversation.
You do not need difficult English to have a real conversation.
Short sentences can communicate a lot.
Now it is repetition time.
We will say a sentence. Repeat it after us.
Ready?
I wake up at 7.
I get out of bed.
I brush my teeth.
I wash my face.
I take a shower.
I get dressed.
I have breakfast.
I leave home at 8.
I go to work.
I start work at 9.
I check my email.
I have lunch at 1.
I finish work at 5.
I go home.
I cook dinner.
I spend time with my family.
I watch TV.
I wash the dishes.
I brush my teeth.
I go to bed.
Excellent work.
Now we have a short story about our friend Anna.
Listen carefully. Anna will tell us about her day.
After the story, we will ask you some questions.
Here is Anna's day. Hi, my name is Anna. I'm 27 years old and I work in a small bookstore.
I usually wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I get out of bed and go to the bathroom. I wash my face and brush my teeth. Then I take a shower and get dressed.
At 7 o'clock, I have breakfast. I usually have cereal, a banana, and coffee. Sometimes I have eggs and toast.
I leave home at 7:45. I usually take the bus to work. My bus ride takes about 30 minutes.
I start work at 8:30. In the morning, I help customers and organize books. I love my job because I love reading.
At 12:30, I have lunch. I often eat lunch with my coworker, Sarah. We talk about work, movies, and our weekend plans.
At 5 o'clock, I finish work. Sometimes I go shopping after work. On other days, I go straight home.
In the evening, I cook dinner. After dinner, I wash the dishes and relax. I often read a book or watch TV.
At 10 o'clock, I brush my teeth and put on my pajamas. I usually go to bed at 10:30.
Great! That is Anna's daily routine.
Now the questions.
What time does Anna wake up?
She wakes up at 6:30.
What does Anna usually have for breakfast?
Cereal, a banana, and coffee.
How does she go to work?
She takes the bus.
Where does Anna work?
She works in a bookstore.
What time does she finish work?
She finishes work at 5 o'clock.
What does she do in the evening?
She cooks dinner, washes the dishes, and relaxes.
What time does she usually go to bed?
At 10:30.
Great listening practice. Now it is your turn to create your own daily routine in English.
We will give you simple sentence starters.
Complete each sentence with your information.
Number 1. I wake up at.
For example, I wake up at 7.
Number 2. For breakfast, I have.
Number 3. In the morning, I.
Number 4. I go to work or school by.
Number 5. I have lunch at.
Number 6. In the afternoon, I.
Number 7. After work or school, I.
Number 8. In the evening, I.
Number 9. For dinner, I have.
Number 10. I go to bed at.
And there you have it.
You can now talk about your whole day with 10 simple sentences.
Let's look at a few small mistakes beginners sometimes make.
First, we usually say, I wake up at 7.
Not I wake at 7. Use wake up.
Wake up.
Second, say I go home.
Not I go to home.
I go home.
Third, we say, I go to bed.
Not usually I go to the bed when talking about your normal sleep routine.
I go to bed at 11.
And remember, I have breakfast, I have lunch, and I have dinner are very natural phrases.
Good. Don't worry about remembering every rule immediately.
Listen many times and repeat the full phrases.
Let's do one more challenge.
First, Maya will say the routine slowly.
Wake up,
Wake up.
get out of bed,
Get out of bed.
brush my teeth,
Brush my teeth.
wash my face,
Wash my face.
Take a shower.
Take a shower.
Get dressed.
Get dressed.
Have breakfast.
Have breakfast.
Go to work.
Go to work.
Have lunch.
Have lunch.
Finish work.
Finish work.
Go home.
Go home.
Have dinner.
Have dinner.
Relax.
Relax.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
Now a little faster.
Wake up.
Get out of bed.
Brush my teeth.
Wash my face.
Take a shower.
Get dressed.
Have breakfast.
Go to work.
Have lunch.
Finish work.
Go home.
Have dinner.
Relax.
Go to bed.
Wow, my whole day happened in about 20 seconds.
Very productive.
I need another weekend.
Before our review, listen to one complete answer.
This is a model you can copy and change for your own life.
I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. I get out of bed and brush my teeth. Then I wash my face and take a shower.
After my shower, I get dressed. I have breakfast at 7:30. I usually have eggs, toast, and coffee.
I leave home at 8. I take the bus to work. I start work at 9.
In the morning, I check my email and talk to my coworkers. I have lunch at 1 o'clock.
I finish work at 5. After work, I sometimes go shopping. Then I go home.
In the evening, I cook dinner and wash the dishes. Then I relax. I watch TV, read a book, or spend time with my family.
Before bed, I brush my teeth and put on my pajamas. I usually go to bed at 11.
That is a complete description of a normal day.
Try using the same structure with your own information.
You did a lot of English practice today.
So let's review the most important vocabulary.
Listen and repeat one final time.
Wake up. Stop sleeping.
Get out of bed. Leave your bed.
Brush my teeth. Clean my teeth with a toothbrush.
Wash my face. Clean my face with water.
Take a shower. Wash my body in the shower.
Get dressed. Put on my clothes.
Have breakfast. Eat the morning meal.
Leave home. Go away from home.
Go to work. Travel to your workplace.
Start work. Begin working.
Have lunch. Eat the midday meal.
Finish work. Stop working at the end of the workday.
Go home. Return home.
Go shopping. Visit shops to buy things.
Cook dinner. Prepare the evening meal.
Wash the dishes. Clean plates, cups, and other dishes.
Relax. Rest and feel calm.
Spend time with family. Be together with your family.
Go for a walk. Walk for exercise or relaxation.
Put on my pajamas. Wear clothes for sleeping.
Set an alarm. Prepare an alarm to wake you up.
Go to bed. Get into bed to sleep.
Fall asleep. Begin sleeping.
And our frequency words?
Always, usually, sometimes, never.
Fantastic.
We have one last challenge for you.
Can you talk about your day for 30 seconds in English?
You can use this pattern. I wake up at, then I, after that, I have lunch at, after work, I, in the evening, I, finally, I go to bed at.
You do not need long or difficult sentences.
Simple English is useful English.
And every time you repeat these sentences, they become easier to remember.
You can also come back to this episode tomorrow and practice again.
The first time, listen.
The second time, listen and repeat.
The third time, try to speak without us.
That is a simple way to build your speaking confidence.
And that brings us to the end of today's English practice.
Thank you so much for learning with us today here on English with Leo and Maya.
If this lesson helped you, please like the video and subscribe to our channel.
And share it with a friend who is learning English. You can practice together.
Now it is time for our question of the day.
Today's question is, what is your daily routine?
Write 3 to 5 simple sentences in the comments.
For example, I wake up at 7. I have coffee for breakfast. I go to work at 9. I watch TV in the evening. I go to bed at 11.
Now tell us about your day.
We would love to read your answers.
Thank you for listening, practicing, and spending part of your day with us.
Keep listening.
Keep speaking.
Keep practicing English.
And we'll see you in the next episode of English with Leo and Maya.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.